morning, everybody. Artisan Loom here with another tutorial of my original design I did not too long ago called Longhorn Nation. I obviously named it after the charm of the Longhorn, and I just love this Longhorn here. I thought it was perfect. And so I'm going to attempt to show you how to do this today. It doesn't have to have a longhorn on it, so don't feel like you got to run out and buy a longhorn. You can put a flower or anything. I just gave it that name. That's the beauty of it. So anyhow, I'm going to show you how to make this one today. Okay, so to start out, this design is only 5 pin bars wide, which is awesome. Okay, 5 pin bars wide. Your first and last are at the same height. Then you drop down one on either side, and then you go up into the center. Okay, and we're going to do 2 full loom lengths long for this one, okay? Because it's the exact, let me show you what it looks like. Let me grab it real quick. This is what it looks like. So we are going to do 2 full loom lengths long, which is, oops, going to bring it exactly where I need it, okay? Right like that, okay? So that's, and I have an average size wrist. The only thing I'm not going to do is put these beads here. I don't recommend beading this part. It is super hard to fix the beads. I'm just going to probably weave something through it, because see how you got the holes underneath and the underside? So you're able to possibly weave something through there, like maybe either strand bands or a nice pretty ribbon or a chain of some sort, but we'll figure that out at the end. I'm only going to bead the outside. Okay, for me, I'm going to start off and I'm going to use the very last pack of my jet black cylindric, which I'm so sad that they're going to go bye-bye, or that they have already gone bye-bye. They're making us use the black onyx, but that's the color I'm going to use for the center of it. I'm going to use the jet black for the center, and I'm not going to bead it, and for the border. Okay, I've got to tie in the border and this. And then for these two, I used Ellie, that white for like each section is different. So I used like an Ellie, what is that? The Ellie White Frost or something, and can't remember the name of it. And then I also used the White Sweets in there to give it a little bit of sparkle. So I will probably use I want to use my brown sweets, and I probably will use my mother of pearl. I hope it comes out right. I don't know. We're going to give it a shot. So anyhow, I guess we shall see. Go ahead and grab your bands, and we'll get started. I'll come back on and show you that this is the original one I did, and I did something a little different with the center. As far as, don't pay attention to the silver, because all that is a silver like link chain type beading, and I just weaved it underneath, but don't pay attention to that. You see how I did these? It was just a regular single chain down the center. I decided to do it a little bit different. I do not like these colors together. I like this color, but I don't like the gold with. I don't like how I alternated it. But, you know, if you want to alternate, this is what it's going to look like. But you can use different colors and it'll probably come out really nice. And that's why I'm thinking for this one, I'm going to use the brown. Probably, I'm trying to think, probably where the Ellie White is. I'm probably going to alternate. That's looking like what I'm going to do, is alternate, but do it between these two colors right here. Maybe that'll look prettier. Okay, maybe that was just too much of a contrast right there. So let's see. Okay, we're going to give it a shot. So what I did is I'm going to bead the border, and so I took these pretty little beads right here and I beaded them, and we're going to do every other one. Okay, so we're going to start off with the color, and we're going to go down towards the left and up. Same on the other side. Okay, every other band is going to be a beaded band. So we're going to start off, I think, with the plain band, and then we're going to do our beaded band. Okay, plain band. My stomach is growling. That's not good. Beaded band. Okay, and we're going to do that all the way up the loom till you get to the very end. So I want you to do the exact same thing all the way up the loom. And then I want you to do the exact same on here. So if you do a plain band, you're going to do the beaded band. And it needs to look the exact same where you have the band placements. So go ahead and finish that up to the top until you come into the center. Okay, so I'm done, and this is what it looks like at the top, just like so. Okay, now we're going to work on the sides. Okay. So basically you pick your color, and I'm going to use the brown sweets, and I'm not going to bead anything else in the design. So this is how you're going to do this. You're going to go on this 4th pin bar, you're going to go up 1, and you're going to do like you're doing a half starburst. You're going to go down to the right, upper right, and then straight up and down. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. Now the next side, I'm going to use, I do believe I'm going to use these two together. I hope that it looks okay. But what I'm going to do is the band that goes for, because I want, okay, so let me just show you. On this one, the single chain is all, well, every 3rd one. So like you have the 2 of the LE, then you have one when you switch colors and do the other color in sections, kind of like I did on this one. Yeah, so you could, you know, if you wanted it two-toned like that, you can go for that. Or you can do, you know, just make sure if you're going up this way, you see how I did that in black, and then this single chain going up, and how I did that all in the gold. I could do everything in the gold except for the one going up. That way you have your nice little single chain. I'm debating on whether to do that, just to make it look a little different. I'm thinking I might try it. But if you want it in sections, do it this way. You know, you move on to the next color for this section, and then you'll do this part again up here, and then the second part you did, you know, in another color. But I think for me, I'm just gonna go, which I kind of like this one because it's all almost one color, just off by a smidge. But I think I'm going to, I'm just debating, do I want all that to be the same color and then just have different color right on the edge? You know what? We're going to do like this one. Okay? That's what we're going to do. So we'll go up with 1, and then you'll go out to the right. You know what? I lied. I want to try it this way. Since I've already done one alternated like that, and I've done one that was almost solid, I'm going to do one where the single chains that go up will be solid. So, okay. So after you get this one done, sorry. The next step is, if you're switching colors, this would be the time when you switch colors and you'll do this sequence. I'm going to continue on with my brown, and you'll go up 1. Okay? And then I'm going to go with a different color. I'm going to go out to the right, and then I'm going to connect there and do the longer stretch there, and then I'm going to bring this downward, okay, and connect. Okay, so 1 is going to be like a half starburst starting here, and the next one is going to go you go up 1 in whatever color you're doing, which I'm doing the brown because I want there to be a consistent single chain in the same color. Okay, and then after you do that, you go out to the right where it connects, you do the long stretch, and then where it connects here, you connect it back to the center. Does that make sense? I'll do another one. Okay, so at this point, we are going to go do the same thing. We're going to go straight up, diagonally down to the right, because we're doing the same things we did the first one. You'll go up, diagonally down to the right, diagonally to the upper right, and then straight up and down, okay? So that's what you'll do on that one. And then if you're going to switch colors like you did here, you would do that color starting now, but I'm going to continue just with the single chain, just with this one with the brown, okay? So at this point, I'm going to go forward with the brown, then I'm going to switch my color to this mother of pearl, and I'm going to right here, let's see, go out to the right, connect here and do the long stretch, and then do this stretch going down. Okay, so that is the pattern. All right, and at that point you'll come back and do this one. So on this other side, you will start off, let's see here, oops, well I just messed that up, scrolling through here, can't even see my notes. Okay, so we're going to start off with the brown. On the second pin bar you're going to go up one, and then you're going to go like you're doing a starburst, go in the other direction. Very simple. And then you're going to go up one. Okay, now like I said, I want to continue on with the brown to have the single chains going up. So at this point, I'm going to go up one with the brown, grab my next color, and I'm going to go to the upper left, connect and do the long stretch, and then connect this way like so, and then we're going to go on to the brown. Okay, I'm going to grab some more brown. You're going to go upward, and then you're going to go down to the lower left, to the upper left, straight up and down. Okay, now I'm going to continue with the brown, and then I'm going to go with my other color to the upper left, connect there and do my long stretch, and then connect here. And where I will start the next set, I'll start with my brown. Okay, and I'll start with my brown on this side. That way I know where I left off. So that's what we're going to do all the way up. I'm finished. I hope these colors are going to be okay. Maybe this one would have looked better if I wouldn't have used, I don't know, but I'm hoping this one will be okay, especially because the single chain going down the center will be the brown. But this is how you finish it up here. When you do your last one in this color, then you're just going to go up one and over, up one and over, and that's it. And then you are done with that part. Now we're going to work on the center. Okay, I'm going to continue on with my jet black in the center. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go from this center peg, we're going to go out to the left, and then out to the right, and then we're going to go forward one. Okay, then we'll do the same thing, out to the left, out to the right, and forward. Left, right, forward. Okay, and that's what we're going to do all the way down. So go ahead and finish that. So I finished that all the way, and now we're ready to turn our loom around. Okay, so this way I could see what it looked like when I did two very super similar colors here with two different textures and then the center, or alternated different colors, with the single chains being the same color as the one you're altering. And this one will be where the single chains will be the same color, but I will be alternating this color. So I hope it comes out. If not, then I'll have to redo it. But you'll get an understanding of how all of it looks. Okay, so we're going to do a triple cap band right here in the front. And this is how we're going to loop it out. We are going to go forward first. Okay, from the peg, we're going to go forward. And then this, we're going to go in through this peg, and we're going to grab this band. And instead of bringing it back to itself, we're going to bring it to the one above. So we'll go in, get this top band, and bring it straight above. Okay, and we'll do the same thing on this side. Instead of bringing it back to itself, we'll bring it straight above. And then we're going to come in the center, grab this one, and bring it forward. Okay? So that, let me see. So that is what it should look like, yes. Okay? So then the next step is you're going to go up to the next peg, grab the one that's on top. Instead of bringing it back to itself, you bring it up one. Okay? Do the same thing on this side, bring it up one, and then this one goes forward. Why does this look a little bit different? Let me check it all out or put it all back just to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, what it's showing is, I'm going to go in and get this one, bring it forward. And then grab this one going out to the left, this one going out to the right. Let me put this back because I think I did it differently the first time, so now my notes aren't that great. So actually, I think what we're going to do, no, that won't go right. All right. So bring this one up, grab the one that's on top, bring it up to the second one, just like we were doing. And then I'm going to bring this one forward. Okay, I don't know why it looks different. Why does that look so different? I'm trying to figure out. Let me just, okay. Get whatever one's on top and bring it up. Bring that forward. I wonder why that is looking so strange. I mean, it doesn't look strange here. It just looks strange on my pictures of the bracelet. So, but I think that's about all that it is. And bring that over. Let me try this next one. Bring that up. I know why it looks so strange, because I beaded the center. We're doing it right. Okay, so I guess what I will do is continue on then. Okay, so we're going to go up in the center, grab the band that's on top, we'll go up to the next one, peg, and we'll go up to the next peg, not back to itself, and then your center. And you'll just do this little number the entire way up the loom. So it's very simple. I'm like, what is the deal? But because I beaded it. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera, finish my bracelet in the center, and then I will be back. Center part is done. Now we're going to work on these side bands. And what we're going to do in here is we're going to go in through this peg and grab that brown band that's diagonal, and we're going to bring it out to the left. And then we're going to go back in and bring this one forward. Okay? Just like so. Now we're going to deal with these. We're going to go in through this peg here, this second peg on the second pin bar, and we're going to grab this and we're going to bring it back to itself, just like so. Then what we're going to do is this band will go up to the next peg, and this band here will get brought down. So go in through here, bring it down, and then we're going to go on to this out by the border and bring it towards the center. Okay, so that's how that's going to go. So okay, so now you have your single chain that goes forward. Instead of bringing it forward, we're going to bring it up to this peg above. Okay, so we'll go in through the center and we'll bring this up like so. Okay, now we're going to go in through this second pin bar, third peg up, and we're going to go forward. Okay, and then we're going to go in, back into that and bring this diagonally downward to the left. Go back in, diagonally out to the upper left. Go back in and straight up and down. Okay, now we're going to go into this peg, grab that top band and bring it back to itself. We always have to remember this long stretch is always going to go downward, so you're going to go in from here and bring it downward. This short stretch here is always going to come towards the center, so diagonally out to the right. Okay, and then you have your single chain going up. In my case it's brown, and instead of bringing it back to itself, we're going to take it to the peg above, do the long stretch up. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it all the way down. I can do one more for you. Okay, so we're just going to go straight up, go back in, whatever band's on top, you're just bringing it back to itself. Okay, now for this here, you're going to go into this peg, diagonally back to itself. The long stretch goes downward, so we go up here, grab this one, this goes downward. And then this short stretch here always goes towards the center. Okay, and then you have your single chain. Instead of bringing it back to itself, we're going to bring it and do the long stretch upward. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. So on this side, we're going to go in through this peg and bring it out to the right, go back in and bring it straight up and down for your very first one. Okay, and then we're going to get this diagonal here. We'll go in through this peg, bring it back to itself. The long stretch always gets brought downward, so we're going to grab it, bring it downward. The next peg is this, the next looping is this diagonal here. It's always going to come in from the border and bring it into the center. And now we have this single chain, which I have in the brown. You're going to grab that, and instead of bringing it back to itself, you're just going to do the long stretch up that way. Okay, so then to go to the next one, up, just bring them all back to themselves. Now when we come to this mother of pearl, we're going to go in and grab it and bring it out diagonally to the right. the long stretch gets brought downward, and then you come in from the border and bring this one towards the center, and then your single chain will not go back to itself, it'll go like so. Okay, one more, straight up, bring these back to themselves, and then this one you're going to go in diagonally to the upper right, the long stretch gets brought downward, and then you go in from the border and grab that mother of pearl, and it goes towards the center, toward the diagonally to the left. You get your single chain. Instead of bringing it back to itself, we bring it upward. Okay, so that's what we're going to do the entire way up the loom. So hopefully you can understand that and continue it to the end. Okay, when you get done, and all you're going to do is do your border. So you're going to go in and just bring your border around and just follow it upwards on both sides like so. And when you do that, oops, I'm going to let you go and finish this part on your own. I think you guys know how to do normal borders. Whoops. You see what I mean? We went from the center out, and then we're going up, and we're going to take that to the top until you come to the point, and you can meet me up there with a C-clip, and then we can take it off the loom. When you get to the top here in the center, you want to go through all the bands, put a band on, bring it up and over and around and on your hook. Then you get your C-clip, put it up top, like so. Okay, I'm going to take it off because now it's secure, like that. Now you can look on the side to see if everything's been looped up, just like so. I do believe mine has. I'm just hoping that this comes out okay. Basically, you loosen the tension on both sides. All the way up the loom first. Or you can just simply take it off each peg till you get to the top. Okay, like so. All right, so go ahead and finish that, and I'll show you what mine looks like when I get it off the loom. Just took it off the loom. Look at that. I do like it, I have to say, and it lays really nice. Now look at the center. It's very holy. Okay, but I do like it. I'm going to pull it, stretch it, and if you stretch it that way, then the holes get a little smaller. At this point, you can weave something really pretty down the center, kind of like what I did here. Is I just took a strand and I weaved it up and under the holes. You can probably put a really big rhinestone down the center. You could, I mean, there's so many possibilities. Or you could just leave it, and it would look like, I was trying to find a plain sheet of paper so you can see what it would look like with the holes. See, it's not that bad. So you should be okay. That should work out just fine, and it lays nice and flat, and it's the perfect size. Look at that, it's perfect. So I'm going to find a really pretty charm to put in the center. It doesn't have to be Longhorn, like I said. Lots of bands that I want to fix. Change my beading on the side. So go ahead and fix your bands. Don't accept how it comes off the loom, because it can there's always more. It can always look better if you just take that little extra time to work it out. Okay, so this is my Longhorn Nation, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Hope you decide to make one. If you do, could you please tag me on Instagram? You can also find me as Artisan Loom Bead Queen on Facebook. And if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Okay, until the next tutorial, take care. Bye.